Great. Let us continue on our series on success systems to achieve your goals in life. So, right now, we have already seen how to turn our past into power. So, now we continue on how to live by proven principles. Right? Okay. What does it mean? Now, life is rules by laws and principles, and many people look at life on a superstitious level or with a superstitious, angle. And that's not the right things to do. Why? When you look around you, you will notice that there are many things that functions according to cause and effects, right? It means that for certain cause, you will see certain effect. For example, if you went to school, you will notice that when you were lazy, right? You had bad grades. When you were hardworking, you paid more attention in the class, you had better grades. So it's already showing us that for certain causes, for certain conditions that we establish, we will have certain effects. Okay? That's why approach life in a pragmatic way. So to do that, you can read books like biographies, for example, of people that were really successful. Maybe people that made story, people that won prizes in sports, for example, and or even around you. Maybe there is someone that is standing out with success in your corner, even if it was living like you or your parents in a surrounding that were not so easy. But this person established some causes, in his life, and he achieved some success, and this is exactly that. Looking at biographies of people, you will find that there are things that are common. I studied certain numbers of biographies, read stories of great people, that achieved a lot. I noticed, for example, they were hard workers, they were people with vision, they were passionate, they were bold, and they could achieve their life goals. Okay. And this is also shown me that there is a common ground, for success, for example. You can also look at nature, and science also tells us many things. In nature, for example, if you look at some animals, you will see that these animals were prepare, for example, before the winter, because winter is coming. So it's showing you already the importance of planning, right, in life. Okay, and also science will show you something. So, for example, Isaac Newton with the laws of motions said that nothing will move until you apply a force. You understand already you cannot spend your life waiting for necessarily something to happen. That you need to be proactive in your life. This is things that nature from there take these laws and decide to apply them, to test them for you. And in science, for example, to fly, people studied birds, for example, to understand how they fly, and today we have airplanes. You see, this is what I mean, right? And in the past, people driving was really an exploit. Today it is easier to drive because people establish laws, and they build schools to say, we will teach these laws and everybody will be able to drive. Another thing also to find the laws that work as in specific domains. For example, success, you need a vision, you need a passion, you need planning, right? You need to work hard, you need to surround yourself with the right people. If possible, you need to have a mentor, and you also need to give from your time, to other people, contribute, to people, society. These are things, for example, by studying successful people, you find these things in their life. So you try to take one by one and try to establish that also in your life. And you will succeed, because many people who don't apply these laws, and they don't know if they succeed or not, because they don't have goals. If you don't know where you go, how can you know you arrived there? You see, that's why people, they achieve things, but they cannot be happy because they are not decided what they want to achieve. Okay? They are also very important where some people might be lazy as state laws. You do business in the country, you have to try to understand the laws on taxes, the laws on business in the country, so that you don't run into unnecessary problems. These also things that you need to learn. These laws are very important, right? There are things that are shown, for example, when you look at biography, that people that do only bad things try to harm humanity. At some point, they might end up bad in life. So that when you understand that, yes, these laws are too positive. These laws have to be things that bring something positive to the world, to my life, to my environment. Okay? So the quote of the day is from Michael Phelps. He said, "When I feel tired, I just think about how great I will feel once I finally reach my goal." You see? So keep going, right? So I will ask you something. Support us to make the world successful. Like the video, if it contributes something to you. Share it, subscribe to the channel, and comment. Thank you. See you in the next video. We'll see the next foundation, right? On establish love, right? And service to other. Thank you.